I could do a good Jay-Z or Cleveland Brown. Which one you want to hear?
Cleveland.
Jay-Z's overdone.
Okay, quiet on set. Everybody get it together.
Hey, Peter.
What's up? You're watching Hivemind, the comfiest show on the internet.
Chill.
I'm Riley,
I'm Graydon.
and we were joined by a very special guest today,
Cincinnati's own.
Seezyn.
Seezyn, nice to meet you guys.
All right, so you're a rapper, singer, producer, former mattress salesman. What else?
Shit. A leaf that's come to life.
A leaf that's come to life. I like that.
Leaf.
Okay.
Okay. I do kind of want to start with the mattress salesman thing, though, so people might be wondering. You used to sell mattresses?
I used to sell fucking mattresses, man. I used to trap mattresses, you know.
Trap
Trap
mattresses.
mattresses, man, you know.
That's good. What timeline was that?
Like 2018, beginning of 2018, through the summer of 2018. It was like the first job that I've actually stuck with, because I used to quit every job.
Yeah.
I hated every fucking job. I quit everything, but...
What was it about that job that made you stay?
Cause I ain't do shit. I had a lot of free time. You know, it was based upon you receiving calls. You didn't have to call out the people to sell it. People called you, so
Yeah.
it's a lot of fucking free time. So.
Yeah. So full disclosure for the viewers, we did another interview back in December of 2018, and we never put it out because we were saving it for the right moment. But that was a really tumultuous time in your life. Very exciting.
Yeah, that was the beginning of
Whatever.
the beginning of a life-changing situation. You know, so
Yeah, that was like a week or two after Hyde came out, I believe.
Yeah.
shit.
It was fresh.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So now Hyde has millions of streams.
Yeah, shit like 100 million right now. So
Grammy nominated. The project's Grammy nominated,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Does that make you Grammy nominated?
Technically, I mean,
Technically.
I look at it as if like if I was on an album that was Grammy nominated, I'm pretty sure I was a part of the album. I was a song on the album. I was a part of the compilation.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I haven't really looked at the details too much on that, but I mean, shit.
Yeah. We'll call it. We'll call it for you.
We're
Grammy
gonna
nominated
take it.
C's. Yeah, there we go. Grammy nominated. Another crazy thing about that interview that like we didn't even know until after we filmed it was you were posted, like you were tagged in a photo with Juice Wrld right before we sat down, and when you turned your phone back on, you had 10,000 more followers than when we started the interview.
Oh shit.
Because you turned your phone back off Do Not Disturb, and you had 10,000 more followers.
Oh yeah, that was when it was posted.
It was that day.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I was a part of like a pivotal moment in my career, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So can you talk a little bit about how you originally met Juice Wrld?
So pretty much before I even got a chance to meet him face to face, he had FaceTime me with G Money, which is who I'm signed to, G Money and Lil Bibby. They both FaceTime me, and they was like, "Yo, we fuck with your music." And I was like, "Is that?" I'm like, "Is that fucking Juice?" Like, I'm confused. Like, because I know G Money. I've spoken to G Money before they put Juice up. He was like, "Yeah, bro, we want to fuck with you. We want to sign you and shit. Like, come out here." And I was chopping it up with him for a second, and that was the first time I ever spoke to him. And then they flew me out to Japan like a week later. I got my passport. I flew to Chicago to get a passport because they're the only place that do a passport the day of.
Yeah.
Got my passport, flew back. Next day, flew to Japan.
To Japan.
Yeah.
Where in Japan?
Tokyo.
Tokyo.
Wow.
Damn.
Tokyo, Japan, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So then, did that stemmed from you opening locally for Ski Mask the Slump God, right?
Mm-hmm.
You opened for him over in Kentucky.
Yeah.
Okay, and then you were approached after that show, is that correct?
I was approached after the show, yeah.
And that was Juice's manager or Ski's manager or who?
It was Juice's tour manager. His name Peter. He was his tour manager. And I'd like to say thank you to Hiley too, because he was the one that actually was sending Peter my music afterwards, because me and Peter spoke a little bit, but he didn't really hear more about my music, but Hiley kept persistently sending him my music, and then I guess a song got stuck with him, and they really dug into my catalog of music, and they was like, "Yo, he's actually fire, talented, let's sign him." Like,
yeah. So what was that like when you first, like that Japan meeting? What, like, are there any stories
first
from
of
that
all,
time?
I'm in fucking Japan.
Well, yeah, that's...
So that was already fucking
I want to go
crazy.
to Japan.
And then my dream, my lifelong dream I've been chasing is getting fulfilled in the midst of that happening. So, but Japan is, I hate their food.
Really?
Yeah, they food fucking trash. Like,
I'm allergic to that.
I guess
food,
the places I ate was terrible. I'm not gonna say overall.
Uh-huh.
I went to Benihana's and they didn't even have chicken, and I couldn't believe that. So.
Wow.
You went to Benihana's in Japan.
Wow.
They McDonald's taste weird. The hotel food was horrible.
Yeah.
I think I lost a few pounds after leaving there because I didn't eat. So it was bad.
You mentioned who you're signed to, Grade A Entertainment, right?
Yeah, Grade A Productions.
Grade A Productions, yeah, okay. Grade A Productions, so you're signed alongside Clever and the Kid LAROI.
Yeah.
Do you have a personal relationship with either of them? Or a
Yeah,
working
both of them.
relationship?
They both my homies. Yeah. I got records with both of them too as well. It's probably hopefully get released soon, but yeah,
Nice.
they both cool. Like.
You've met both of them too?
Yeah.
Okay.
They had us all out in LA. We were all at, going on tour with Juice and experiencing everything together. So
Wow.
yeah, Clever and LAROI's both cool.
Yeah. What is the Kid LAROI like? I just am curious. He's like a 17-year-old from Australia,
Yeah,
right?
huge age gap between the two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he's not 7. I believe he just turned 16.
Oh, just turned 16.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
But
That's crazy.
LAROI a little feisty motherfucker. Like
Yeah.
we be fighting all the time and shit.
Really?
Yeah, like he like to wrestle and shit.
He likes to wrestle.
Fucking Australian.
Oh my gosh.
But LAROI cool though. Like I fucks with him like musically and all. He's ahead of his time musically. We talked about like how we both grew up listening to the same style of music. At this time point, I'm pretty sure you guys haven't really heard his full catalog of music, but overall, like he's dope. He's gonna be huge.
Yeah.
Like, people like to call him the Australian Justin Bieber, but honestly, I feel like he's his own lane. He's gonna be huge on himself.
He definitely has star power. I definitely
for
sense
sure.
that right away. But
He's got
Cle-
more bars than Justin Bieber too.
Yeah. And Clever is super dope too. He's super dope. He got like a voice that I've never heard before. Like when you
me
hear him
either.
on the record, it's just like, who the fuck is that? Like it's
Yeah.
just different. People like to call him like his music sound like trap opera or some shit like that. Like,
I can
yeah,
see that.
he's got that vibrato in his voice.
somebody said
yeah.
he sound like medieval. Like he got like a medieval voice or something like
Yeah.
that. Overall, like I fucks with Clever.
And he's from Alabama, so he's got
Yeah.
that southern. There's something to him.
Yeah,
It's
both of
interesting.
them, they both family for sure.
You mentioned
Outside
that
of their family.
that you and LAROI grew up listening to the same music. What kind of music did you grow up listening to?
A lot of like 90s R&B music is crazy. Like probably a lot of people not even know I'm influenced by that, but like I grew up listening to like, the typical shit like Pac. My dad used to play a lot of Scarface, Sade, Kim, Mary J. Blige. It's like a weird ass demographic, but like it's as far as like when you listen to certain songs, like the certain chords and notes that you hit, even though it's over a completely different sounding beat, but it's just certain like tones that you have with certain music. It's just like an influence, or it's embedded in you growing up.
Yeah.
It's constantly being banged and pressed in your head. When you go to create your own music, people's like, damn, how do you know them chords, or how do you know this? It's just already embedded in you. Like I noticed that because we were recording a lot of records together, and it was certain notes and keys he was in. I was like, you only 15, like that's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, you grew up listening to the shit I grew up listening to.
Yeah, that's wild. So it was obviously like you had a lot of highs this year, but there were obviously some low lows. It's kind of a weird way to remember 2019 because you got to live out your dream and all that. But obviously, rest in peace to Juice. That was like a close friend of yours. How did that, not just that his passing, but the relationship, how did that affect you throughout the year?
It was weird because I was just, ending the year off. It was December. I was ending the year. I was like, yo, we actually like did some shit this year. Like it was feeling good. I was a lot of momentum going into 2020, and then that shit just hit. And I was thinking like me and Juice, we grew real close on a Death Race for Love tour. Like me and just on a tour bus driving from city to city, you got so much free time to just talk about a lot of shit. We weren't really doing too much music and rapping and all that. It was just a lot of conversations being had, and that's when I really grew close with Juice. He was just describing to me how like him just being on, like how this shit don't feel real. Like anybody else, if you was just thrown into the light in a matter of a year, it's just like fuck. Like he was like anybody else, he a real human. Like we just had those conversations, like. And just talking about anxiety and depression and drugs and shit like that. He was telling me he wanted to get clean, and we like as far as like the just the drugs and shit that any artist will take. Like every artist want to get clean, but you need that somebody to stay on you and on top of you and doing shit like that. And I felt like that would have been my role if I was around him. But I mean, who knows? People, always say, I wish I was there, but you never know. You don't know how somebody's going to pass away, so I can't sit here and just put that on me and say I should have been there and stuff like that. But it's just unfortunate. It just had to happen so soon because he's only been on for a year and a half, 2 years. Like, it hasn't even been that long.
Yeah. I've never seen somebody go from just like a normal kid to a superstar that fast. Like,
yeah, it wasn't just like, oh yeah, he's popping. Like, no, he's literally a superstar.
Yeah. I mean, it went to... I remember just even his Spotify streams at the end of the year, seeing that, I was like, this is like top 50 in the world. Like,
it was serious. And to be around an artist like that was like a crazy influence on me. Mm-hmm. Like, super crazy. Like, even without me knowing it and seeing the influence, just the way I carry myself and move and make my music and the way I approach my music, it's just the influence because you see how powerful he's doing. And that's, I feel like that's only natural. That's just like you training in the gym and you see somebody that's like a super fucking athlete and make you want to, all right, let me do a few more reps. Yeah. Let me stay on the treadmill a little longer. Like, it's just like that. Like, it's like, why not? He's a fucking superstar, like mega star. Everybody knows him. Everybody want to work with him.
I was going to ask you kind of like the opposite end of that. Like, did it make you maybe have like a new idea of what like the epitome of fame is and want it a little less?
That's interesting. Yeah, I mean, you just want to, at certain points, like I'm literally like following him everywhere, like eyewitnessing to every situation that he's going through, and he's telling me how he feel emotional when we just had conversations. Like, that shit is like, it's a lot. Yeah. It's a fucking lot, bro. Like, you can't just do normal shit. Like, he's only 19 years old, just turned 20 a month ago. So, he was 19 years old. I don't know how old y'all is now, but like, you still a kid, honestly. So, like, you still want to do regular shit. You just can't do that anymore.
Yeah. And that dynamic is so interesting, too, because obviously you saw him as you got to grow close to him and he was this huge star, but you're older than him, so there is a dynamic there too of like, I remember the last interview you were like, that's my little brother in a lot of ways, and so that's just a crazy dynamic to like be close and giving someone advice, but everyone sees them as like this huge figure, and then to just know that person as a person.
I looked at him as a person, like
that's what I mean.
Talented I got to know him as a person, like even though we had an age difference, he was just way mature than his age to where we can see eye to eye on a lot of shit. Like, I didn't even know how young he was until he told me. I was like, you super mature for your age.
Yeah.
He wasn't no dummy at all.
No.
That shit was real heavy, like, when all that happened. Like, it was just for all of us, the whole cult life and the whole grade A, all my family. I just kept reaching out to people because I didn't know, like, he was in a way like our leader. As far as like the grade A, he was the if Young Money, that's like Lil Wayne dying. Yeah, he's Young Money, you know what I mean? So it's like, that's just, if it mind fucked everybody, and everybody just had to take a step back for a second, and that made me realize like life is real. Anybody can die. Like, literally in the blink of a fucking eye. Like, the way he died was tragic, and it's just unfortunate as fuck, bro. Sucks
for sure.
I mean, you have to feel kind of good, though, to be in a position to carry on the legacy that he left, though, too, right?
Yeah, for sure. Like, a lot. Like, even when he died, like, my streams went up, my numbers went up, my followers, my interactions. It was just, like, a whirlwind. Like, my story was getting, like, 15,000 views in a day. Like, I average only maybe, like, 2,000 or 3,000. It's 15,000.
Kind of like a last blessing.
Yeah, it was just... even to this day, like, a lot of his fans are just trying to, like, it's like you're just trying to get anything that's close to that. Like, I just want to see how these feel. I don't want to see how he's feeling or anybody around him. So I don't necessarily try to I'm not necessarily trying to be Juice or like
not fill that void or
because that's just not right. You know what I mean? He was his own person and I'm my own person. I'm still gonna be me, but at the end of the day, I'm not gonna let his legacy die. Nobody else is gonna let his legacy die. I'm gonna do my best to try to help his legacy live on. But I gotta shout him out. We got a few records together. Hopefully one day, those records will be able to get released and shit I produce for him. His fans constantly begging me for it, but that's just a part. That's a part of me. Juice is a part of me. He helped me get this notoriety. He helped Seezyn.
Changed your life. Yeah,
it's always gonna be a part of me.
And I'm sure that the other bright side of it is that it brought you probably closer to the people that the grade A people, like people from Juice's team. I'm sure that you guys all feel that same kind of responsibility and closeness. It's a tragedy, but at least you get to carry that with you. Those moments are important too. One thing I did want to ask about is I know that Chris Long, who was his videographer, he talked about the night that he recorded the Eminem record. Yeah. What do you know about that night? Because that just
I wasn't
happened,
there. I wasn't there. I seen Chris Long post a photo, and I was just like, "Yo, this shit is just." Like when he posted, I was like, "Yo, this shit is not fair, bro." Like, it's just because it was only it's just not. It don't fucking feel real. Like, how did somebody just be gone like that? Like, what the fuck?
Right. Yeah, I knew a lot of people were wondering. When I first saw it, I was like, I wonder if Juice recorded this specifically for this, or that like something happened. I was hoping that that's what happened, and apparently it did.
Yeah, like Juice, like people don't understand. Like, he really had records with so many people. I'm not about to name shit.
No, of course not. Yeah.
He got records with so many people. Like, it's crazy. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, he was at the beginning. Like, it's not like. Yeah. He's been in the industry for a while, and he's 5 to 6 albums in, 5 or 6 tours in, Grammys, and he's award winning and all that. He's literally just started, so everybody was just getting wind of this shit. Like,
right, and he's got, apparently, I've heard like thousands of songs or something like that.
That's no bullshit. He recorded damn near like 6 songs a night.
That's wild, man. That's crazy. One of the songs that you released in 2019, Fallout, references Fall Out Boy.
Yeah, it references Fall Out Boy.
Did you listen to Fall Out Boy growing up, or is it more just like the play on words?
The play on words, it just came to my mind when I was rapping the lyrics to it. And I've been a fan of a few of their records, but I'm not gonna sit here and lie. But they just came to my mind when I was saying it. I just made a lot of references to it, like musically, when I was doing the record. So yeah. It just came to my head. I don't know.
I wonder if
favorite band ever, right?
It was in like 3rd grade or something, 2nd grade. That was like my favorite band growing up. But I don't know. Patrick Stump and Pete Wentz are like in the same world now a little bit. Like, Patrick Stump just did the score for the Lil Peep documentary and stuff too. He did like the music curation for that. So. I don't put it past them figuring out about that song. I feel like they would like it if you get in that same lit. Room,
Yeah, that'd be lit for sure.
I love that video too. Lunar Thought did that, right?
Yeah, Lunar.
Oh yeah, man.
Shout out Lunar.
Respect to Lunar. I love that video.
Yeah, we got a lot more work coming soon for sure. I fucks with Lunar the heavy.
Yeah, me too.
Heavyweight for sure.
Can you tell the people a little bit about Dem Dudes?
Them dudes, damn, you the first person to ask about that.
I still see people in your comments saying it. We asked last time too, but they, people know.
We actually got the other guy here. You think he can come over here and slide his way?
Yeah, slide in. Yeah, this is sweet right there. All right, now we got the Dem Dudes interview.
Yes. Funny you may ask.
All right, so
exclusive.
Yeah, so what's your name?
I go by the name of Wise for short, Wise Guy for long.
Yeah.
I do clothes now.
I know. Great follow him on Instagram. He's got the craziest shit.
Yeah,
craziest
exceptional
pants.
with 2 T's.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But Dem Dudes like.
Yeah, tell me about Dem Dudes.
We was the best fucking group to never fucking get the fucking exposure right. Like.
Mm-hmm.
But I honestly feel like I see a lot of influence, or like maybe not influence, but a lot of ourselves back then, and a lot of like when Beast Coast came together, did they thing.
Yeah.
Because a lot of them was like producers and shit. A lot of them did other type things.
Yeah.
Who else? I mean, I hate to even say like Migos or like fucking Travis Porter or something like that, but I feel like we could have been like 3 Travises, 3 Kanyes, 3 like we was just, I don't know. We was just a little too.
If y'all confused, it used to be 3 of us.
Yeah, facts.
So it used to be 3, and then it came to 2. And it was just me and Wise. But like, for the most part, back in what he said, like, it was real early on in the stages. We always made great music, but we never like knew the right shit to put out. We just, it just kind of just was to ourselves. And then we started putting it out. It wasn't necessarily like promoted as well, but like, even to this fucking day, if you go back, our music is still available on Spotify, everywhere.
It's on SoundCloud. Yeah, great.
Everywhere.
Yeah, great songs.
It's DEMDUD3S. If you go look it up, I will put my money on this Trial 2, the project called Trial 2. It can compete with any industry.
There's shit out now, I promise to God.
Yeah.
It's crazy, like.
So about binge winning, I want to ask. The end is the Tame Impala.
Yeah.
Tame Impala.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's all, bro. Like, he's the fucking produce king. Like, it was crazy the type of music we was coming up with, bro. Like, I honestly feel like the industry needed. Like, it's kind of a weird place now, but.
Cool. Well, we're going to ask Seezyn one more question before we get into potpourri, but thank you for sitting down. Appreciate it.
I appreciate y'all.
Follow Wise Guy, for real. And exceptional. Exceptional.
Yeah,
follow
exceptional with 2 T's.
Yeah, there we go.
Appreciate
Hell
y'all.
yeah. Thank you. You tweeted a cryptic, lots of announcements coming soon recently. Do you have any of those? Because this will be out in a few weeks. Are there any of them that are prior to that?
I'm here to announce my first official project is dropping February 4th.
Whoa, one more time?
My first official project is dropping February 4th,
Okay.
and it's going to be titled Tiz.
Tiz.
T-I-S. Tis the season, of course.
Tis the season.
Yeah.
You were saying in the last interview, there's so many like wordplay, like puns you can make. Season rhymes with a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
It's got a lot of connotations.
That's why
great,
I love
man.
my name, man. I know it's gonna be a mark, and like once it gets like super huge, it's gonna be like,
Yeah.
it's gonna be so easy to market. I feel like my fans deserve it, and like a lot of new, like I said, you know, with unfortunate situations, a lot of people have came to me. And the thing is about this project, I don't necessarily want to, like, people tend to do this when they're like friends with people that deceased. They like to try to tend to their fans, making a style of music and everything. And you know, I'm still gonna be me. I'm still gonna be Seezyn. And even if you come to me and you feel like I'm the artist that you need to latch to, or even my day one fans that's been with me, which is a lot of people, I'm still sticking to me. This is like the first time the world is gonna really get to dive in and see who Seezyn is as a person, as an artist, as a sound. You're gonna be like, a lot of people don't know. Like, you guys know about the Them Dudes, so you probably heard the binge winning, and that sounds completely different from those records I done previously dropped. You know what I mean? And that was just,
And it keeps going. You keep doing something different and different.
Yeah.
And different. Yeah.
It's just, once you hear this project, you're gonna realize I'm one of those artists that's gonna be around for a while. You know, and I'm, like I keep saying, I'm not thinking this is the project that's gonna blow me out of here and be the biggest project ever. It's just gonna be for those people that's really tuned in to me. They're gonna realize or get to really hear it and become fans of me and hear my sound.
Yeah.
My sound of music that I'm.
And it's something you're happy with, so that's all
happy.
that matters. Yeah.
Music that I'm back to making music that I love, and not music that I think people want to hear.
Right.
I got caught up in that for a while. I got caught up in that life and being around this fast life and hearing all these sounds and being around these people. Like, oh, they like this type of style of music. So I found myself making that sound of music, and that's not necessarily the best thing to do. That's how, like, a lot of bigger artists get fucked up. So when you hear that music, they be like, oh, they gonna sound the same. I don't know how they fuck with this latest shit. Yeah. And you can kind of tell, like, that's not really them, or they not really loving that style of music that they making.
Or they're following something. Yeah, for sure.
So I'm back to making music I love. I'm back to producing, making a lot of beats. I feel like that's very essential into my sound instead of trying to rap on anybody else's shit. I know the style of music. I know what I'm capable of. So I'm back to making my own beats.
Hell yeah.
Any features on it?
I might have a feature on there. I'm still, trying to figure out. But for the most part, it's not too many features. No,
that's cool.
It's just mainly me.
All right. Tis February 4th. Might be out right now.
All right. We're going to do potpourri. I'm going to grill them.
Grill them.
Have you ever experienced any real witchcraft?
I played the fifth.
Plead the fifth.
Yeah.
Did you know that 20 people were hung in 1692 in the Salem witch trials, along with 2 dogs that were found to be suspicious? That wasn't really a question, just a little bit of information.
Wow.
Okay, between these 2002 gems, which one you smashing, which one you passing?
Okay.
Hot in Here by Nelly or In the End by Linkin Park?
I'm passing on In the End. And I'm smashing Hot in Here for sure.
After the 90s R&B, I knew you were going to answer that question that way. Tips for musicians during tax season.
Shit. Make sure you have a fucking accountant and somebody that's your right hand to make sure that shit is handled, because you will be fucked.
Absolutely.
Or just evade. They'll come for you eventually.
They're not
It's
going to
all
make
good.
your W-2s for you guys.
You're gonna be fucking Wesley Snipes in jail.
Yep.
Fuck that shit. Take care of that shit.
If you were to have an accent, would it be New York or French? Because those are really the only two.
Well, I can already do like a, you know what I'm saying, like a New York accent. So I ain't that shit, guys.
So you'd take that one?
Yeah, more than likely I'll do the French accent for sure.
Big switch up.
Do you have any thoughts on the furry community?
Furry.
Furries?
Those people that dress up as animals and
There's kind of like a
do
sexual element
drugs.
to it.
Like a fetish?
Kind of, yeah.
Kind of. There's like conventions for it. They dress up as like a big bunny or whatever.
It's
I
definitely
mean,
fetish.
whatever gets your dick hard and your pussy wet. I guess if you enjoy it.
That's the right answer.
That was in the Bible.
That's the right answer.
Is that definitely like bestiality?
You know what I mean? I'm not
No.
judging.
Unless you're a person that likes banging furries and you like being a man. Then
I
it might be
don't
a
know.
show.
I think it's
Let's get off
either
this
way. I think it's cool. Keep doing you. Keep doing you.
Do
Whatever
people
you do.
identify as furry? Like, is
Oh
that
yeah,
a thing?
it's a community. Yeah.
Oh, shit. Shout out to the furries.
Shout out to the furries.
Shout out,
Scream my
Dad,
shit.
Mom, love you guys. If you had to choose one song to karaoke for the rest of your life, assuming you're going to do karaoke at some point in the rest of your life, which is it going to be?
Tis the season.
Never seen that. Never seen that karaoke.
This summer in like a small bar.
I gotta do that.
Like this guy's a lunatic, dude.
Fucking be dead.
On the same vein, if you had to do an impression, let's say right now, who would it be of?
What can I do an impression of?
Yeah.
I can do a pretty good.
A person. Don't be like a motorboat and go.
I could do a good Jay-Z or Cleveland Brown. Which one you want to hear?
Cleveland.
Jay-Z's overdone.
Quiet on set. Everybody get it together.
Hey, Peter.
Oh my.
Wow. So I guess a follow up to that. Do you know the theme song? 'Cause that's like my favorite.
My
thing.
name is Cleveland Brown, and I'm proud to be back here in my hometown with my whole family.
Everybody.
There's
Old
good
friends and new friends and even a bear. Seezyn, what can our viewers do to lessen their carbon footprint? Just a little tip for people out there looking to help the climate.
Oh, fuck.
You're making him give a lot of life advice.
Reuse grocery bags.
Yeah.
Shop at Aldi's
Okay, shout out
and
Germany.
use paper straws.
Oh, okay.
Those are great words of advice.
Use paper straws.
Yeah.
What's your favorite food that comes out of a can?
Mandarins.
Ooh, like, okay, yeah.
I fucks with mandarins.
Mandarin?
I fuck with the Mandies.
The Mandarin.
The Mandies.
What's your least favorite movie you paid to see?
But what were some bad movie experiences we had?
Jumanji. You saw
No,
Jumanji?
No, Jumanji wasn't bad.
Oh, yes.
Depends which one.
It was some way worse than that I went to see.
A scary movie?
Yeah, like any scary movie now, like all these scary. If it's not The Conjuring or some shit or anything that dealt with that whole, you know, that whole collective of movies, anything else like fucking sucks.
Except for It
My
Follows.
thing is what I realized. PG-13 scary movies are fucking terrible.
Right.
If you gonna
PG-13
watch-
anything.
Yeah, if you're gonna watch a scary movie, make sure it's rated R because you're gonna get the shit. You're gonna get the shit that's gonna fuck your week up.
I've also learned you never have to pay for a movie because they're all just online.
Yeah,
So
I got a fire stick.
quit doing that. If you're out there buying movies, stop. They're all free.
Everything's free.
What board game is no one fucking with you on?
I just got hip to this shit called Exploding Kittens.
Excuse me?
Exploding kittens.
It's a board game? And are you good at
If
it?
you in the comments and y'all know what Exploding Kittens is, please let me know. But Exploding Kittens, my girlfriend's, I guess you would say, wife's husband got us hip to this game called Exploding Kittens, and that shit is fun.
And you're good at it?
I'm good at it.
Okay.
Wow.
I be busting their ass.
Would you rather be on Ellen or Maury?
Ellen or Maury? Oh shit.
Yeah, there's so much implication for being on Maury.
Who wouldn't want to be on Maury? What are you talking about?
Just for the viral aspect, Maury would be lit. Like, why the fuck is he on Maury? Like, what the fuck is he doing?
Oh, okay.
I'd be one of them badass kids on Maury or some shit.
Yeah, you
like,
want to be on Ellen. You want to be on Ellen like after you've been on.
Ellen is like too bougie, you know? Like,
Yeah, and you're like 40.
somebody
and
gonna
you've
be in the
been
box and I'm gonna just be scared. Like,
Yeah.
It's lit like all fluorescent in there.
Yeah,
Show.
that's
It's
true.
too much.
Would you rather start balding now or your voice goes up 2 octaves? And it's a serious bald season. Like everybody would be like, "Oh, it looks good, man."
well, eventually, it's funny you say this. Eventually, I know I'm gonna be bald because my dad's fucking bald.
It's your dad. No, it's your mom's dad that you get your hair gene from.
Yeah, that's
my
true.
my mom's dad got some good hair. He still got hair.
Then
I
you're
might
good.
be solid.
It'll be alright.
Oh shit.
Then you're good.
But still, fuck that. Look, I want to shave my head and get my whole head tatted with leaves and shit.
Dude, if you're
You want to go bald? You
Yeah,
keep
I'm
the
tying
voice.
my whole head like a fucking.
Dude, if your voice goes up 2 octaves, you can do like the 645 AR thing. He's kind of popping off. They're like,
6'4".
have you not heard him?
I think I've
Squeeze
seen that
645
viral
AR?
clip.
Squeaky
Yeah,
rap.
2 octaves. My voice is already high, like for an average male, I believe. Like it's a lot of deep voice. I feel like I'm like right in that middle. So 2 octaves higher, I'll be fucking hitting Mariah Carey notes and shit.
What was the best album of the last decade, in your opinion? Your wholesome opinion.
My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasies.
Okay. If you could learn a language today, which would it be?
Probably some type of African language or something because I want to move to Africa eventually.
Yeah. Mine would be my ex's love language.
Your ex's love language?
What's your favorite cartoon villain?
Oh shit. Favorite villain. I'm fucking with the Joker right now. Like, man, that movie gave me chills, and I related to him on a lot of different shit.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not good.
The dancing?
No, just a lot of just the way people treat
Yeah.
people sometimes.
Right.
Like, I felt like a lot of
Societal angst.
a lot of his anger towards shit.
That's how I feel about Plankton.
You just want the credit.
I just relate. Yeah. On a visceral
Plankton be
level.
going through some shit. People thought the Joker story was serious. You got
Short guys have it hard. That's the big
Man,
thing.
a real life Plankton that's like just a R-rated drama.
The grungy, the grimy
Mr.
Plankton.
Krabs is like, ha ha.
serious.
You little shit.
The origin story of Plankton. They need to make that movie.
All right, back to the serious stuff. Would you rather never brush your teeth again or always have wet socks?
Fuck.
Just keep it down, guys. Keep it down.
I think I might. My socks might have to be wet.
Oh, you're gonna get gangrene, man, and both your feet are gonna have to get amputated.
Well,
That's
my
something I
teeth.
think
Would I rather be
everyone
my
overlooks.
teeth are eventually going to rot out my mouth.
Yeah.
That's gonna happen anyway.
You can eat healthy, is that what you said?
You can get veneers.
Right.
You can eat healthy and not brush your teeth? Yeah. You could also get fake teeth eventually.
You could also just eat bacon.
Ah, fuck
soda.
that. My teeth. Fuck that. No wet socks. I can't stand a wet.
Yeah,
My-
wet sock is the worst thing. Riley's into it. His feet are.
It's a common theme on the
Like
show. I don't
the-
think it's that bad.
The wetness is with me, like all day. You just with me. Like,
Yeah.
it's not
Yeah.
good.
That's true.
All right, last one here.
Alright.
How would humanity's landscape look different if the average human lifespan was 500 years long?
I feel like everybody would be living in studio apartments. Like for sure, like, and I think
To conserve space.
I think
yeah.
for how many years though? Like you.
Like all eternity.
Like everybody lived.
Like
500
everyone
years.
that's been alive.
Well, you
or
know, over
died
time,
or-
like people adapt, humans adapt. So I feel like we probably would be smaller too. 'Cause, like
Yeah.
you would be
Oh, right.
adapting to your environment, so people probably wouldn't even grow 6 feet. Like the average male height would be like 5'1",
And you need like
and
less
women would be
food.
like 4'8".
But imagine how long like an NBA player's basketball career could be. So
That'd
he'd still
fucking
be
suck
big.
though. Can you imagine just all layups?
LeBron's
and jump shots?
250th year in the league.
Yeah, that'd be fucking horrible.
It'd be the same thing all the time.
I don't
Same
think I want to
people.
live that long, anyways. Like, just let me. I can't live here that long. Like, no.
Dude, what about like people who like government officials who serve lifelong? Like they're like a senator. They
Like
got
Supreme
elected when
Court?
they're like Supreme Court. You're like 40, and then you're just
Yeah,
there
fuck
forever.
Well, I think that one of the big things that would change would be like when we decide someone's like mature enough to hold those positions. So at 40, like someone just said Baby Yoda. Like at 40, you would be like in the infancy of your adulthood.
Yeah,
people would be like,
true.
"You stupid 40-year-old, you don't know shit. I'm 360."
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, a lot would change with the dynamic.
It'd be
Vibrate
fucking
thing.
slugs walking around here, like sliding across the floor, like 500 years. Like
It would be weird.
You could have like 38 pets in your lifespan. If the pet lifespan stayed the same, like your dogs lived for like 13 years, you just keep re-upping, just keep getting a different dog.
I just name it the same name and then numbers after it. Number Henry the 12th.
What about birthday cake? Like the candles, like you
Oh my God, let's not even go.
The cakes would be
cake
huge.
this big.
Yeah. The cakes would be huge. The people would be tiny.
And you'd need like a tank of oxygen to blow all the lights out.
yeah, that's fucking horrible.
Wow. All right, well, that's a good one
That
to end on.
concludes mine.
All right, Seezyn, where can they find you on the internet?
It's at SEEZYN, and that's everything. Everything completely. All of my streaming music, all of my social media, and my YouTube as well. Everything is Seezyn.
All right, and Tiz out February 4th, could be out now. We want to thank Seezyn for being here.
I appreciate you having me. You know you guys family, and I fuck with you forever. For sure.
You too,
Thanks,
man.
man.
Thank you.
Appreciate
Yeah.
y'all.
All right, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and follow us on everything. TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, everything. Thanks for watching. See you next time.